The Reluctant Fundamentalist explores many ideas through its storyline and characters, but none are more prevalent than the theme of empire, particularly in reference to the USA. This can be seen when, at the end of the novel, Changez recounts his thoughts on America and the way it acts in response to the 9/11 attacks. The quote is as follows: "It seemed to me then, and to be honest, sir, seems to me still, that America was engaging only in posturing. As a society, you were unwilling to reflect upon the shared pain that united you with those who attacked you. You retreated into myths of your own difference, assumptions of your own superiority, and you acted out these beliefs on the stage of the world, so that the entire planet was rocked by the repercussions of your tantrums, not least my family, now facing war thousands of miles away. Such an American had to be stopped in the interest not only of the rest of humanity, but also in your own." To begin, this quote seems to embody Changez's final change of opinion concerning the USA. He now believes they are acting both irrationally and selfishly, lashing out with no real consideration for the damage they may cause, a viewpoint which defines him from this point forward in the novel. After this passage, Changez loses his job, departs from America, and begins to work in a university in Pakistan, teaching anti-American viewpoints. The opinions in this passage are what separate him from the USA. More than that, they will make him both leave the country and start actively going against it, teaching with the full knowledge that his actions will conspire violence. This makes this passage incredibly important, because it's a huge turning point for Changez's character. Looking at the known symbols from the novel, we can also see that this change is reflected in subtler ways. Erica, the novel's representation of America, has recently been taken away from him, and Underwood Sampson, the symbol for Changez's adoration and respect for the USA, has cast him out. Both the path that Changez takes and the way the characters around him act reveal the realization shown in this passage is what finally separates him from America. When looking into the language, we can see that the author is trying to imbue a deeper meaning into the passage. The phrases posturing and tantrums show something immature, and since they are positioned against war thousands of miles away, a phrase bringing to mind horrible and serious imagery, it seems to imply that America is acting in the situation in a childish and simplistic way, simply out to get revenge, while the consequences of this immaturity are being felt with real, serious effects elsewhere. Retreating into myths of your own difference and assumptions of your own superiority also implies that America is making these choices with the thinking that the legends they tell of themselves, the shining knights of democracy that kill the bad guys, are 100% true, revealing their clouded judgment. Through this language, Ahmed is deconstructing the way that America is acting, trying to show that although they may consider themselves the heroes, they are actually quite the opposite. Looking deeper into the ideas explored in the novel, we can see what this passage has to say about the theme of empire. The ideas expressed in this quote look at the dangers of large, self-contained powers, which believe that they have the authority to extract their revenge, even if people who are in no way involved in the act are affected. Hamid is making statements about the actions the USA took against the Middle East after 9/11, a subject he has been very vocal about. He is again making the public look differently upon America, and question the way they acted at the time, making them ask themselves if the country was justified in doing the things they did. To conclude, although this passage does advance the character of Changez and explain his viewpoints, it also, through the use of language, makes comments about America as an empire and the actions they take, making this one of the most important passages in the entire novel.